Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Welcome to your Chelsea versus Wolves match preview. How do I feel? How do I feel? How do you guys feel about this particular match? After that battering that we took against Liverpool, we were shown our standard, we were shown our level, and this particular match is a proper mid-table clash, and maybe this is the kind of level that we can compete on. But I'm still a bit dubious about this because Wolves aren't an easy team. Nothing is actually easy for us, besides, if you give us any championship team, maybe we can have a chance. There's a lot of things that's wrong with the football club. Some of you guys might have seen in recent hours, over the last 24 hours, really, more things that are probably creating a bit of an issue. Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo, both of these players have now deactivated from social media, especially X, Twitter. I'm not really sure whether they've deactivated from Instagram. And it's off the back of course, these two players consistently getting an absolute hammering in social media. We've seen recently Caicedo, pundits going out there publicly stating what a flop he is. We've seen also many pundits publicly speaking about Enzo Fernandez and what a flop he has been as well. A lot of the fan base has been going into the bandwagon and stating that they've been very, very poor. Some completely ignoring the fact that they've been deployed incorrectly. They've been hung out to dry, to be honest. That midfield only suits one midfielder, and that's Conor Gallagher. And even he is not in recent times been performing at his best. So this is something that I've highlighted many a times in previous videos, that the current manager, Mauricio Pochettino, he doesn't know how to utilize Enzo Fernandez. And the funny thing is, in the summer when we got Caicedo, we said that, now we've got a midfielder that can unlock Enzo Fernandez. So many things, some parts of our fan base, it makes you think. We as a fan base, we need to start educating ourselves first. We need to start educating ourselves before we actually talk. So many of our fans said, Enzo Fernandez needs to play further up. He's getting wasted playing too deep. And now, after seeing how ineffective he can be up front, because the entire team doesn't have a structure, doesn't have an organization, maybe if there was some philosophy in defense, in midfield, perhaps someone like Enzo Fernandez playing further up could get something. But because there's no structure, the player becomes ineffective. And now, all of a sudden, everyone in the fan base is asking for Enzo Fernandez to play deeper, when I've said it all along. I've watched Benfica when Enzo Fernandez was there. I've watched Argentina as well in the World Cup with Enzo Fernandez. He's far more superior when he plays as the deepest midfielder. And the saddest part is Mauricio Pochettino doesn't seem to utilize him on a regular basis as the deepest midfielder. There was a moment in between where he was utilizing him, and then all of a sudden now, once again, Enzo Fernandez is playing further up in the half spaces, sometimes as a number 10, completely misprofiled. Caicedo, a lot of the fan base saying that, finally we got Caicedo, now we can unlock Enzo Fernandez. And now all of a sudden the fan base is saying, no, Caicedo needs a strong defensive midfielder next to him. Do you understand how foolish we sound as a fan base? We've gone from Caicedo unlocking Enzo to now we need a defensive midfielder to unlock Caicedo. The problem that people need to realize is not these players. It's the manager who's unable to set this midfield up. And at the same time, I don't completely even blame the manager. Maybe the manager would not even prefer some of these players, because our board, our owners have assembled a particular team without any consultation from the manager. They've assembled the team and then they hired the manager and they told the manager, go out there and do the job. So it's a culmination of a lot of foul activities. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo both have deactivated social media. Sometimes I don't even think it's the trolls from our fan base. I think it's a lot of trolls from rival fans. And this is the thing. This is the thing that these two players will need to realize, that you're not playing for Benfica or Brighton anymore. I think the Benfica fans could be quite ruthless as well, but Brighton fans definitely not. You're not playing for Chelsea Football Club, where the fan base is cruel, can be mean, can be condescending, can be many things. And you also have to understand, you're playing for Chelsea Football Club, and rival fans are going to be coming after you. When you're playing for Benfica, when you're playing for Brighton, you're not going to get that many rival fans coming after you, right? All over the world. Maybe in the Portuguese league you may, but all over the world. Now the focus, these Premier League clubs, they're global clubs. So sometimes it's not even our fans that will troll you. It'll be the opposition fans that will abuse you, insult you. So you coming to Chelsea, and this is the other side, I suppose, that I want to explore, besides the fact that players like Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, the fact that they're deactivating, something's not right. Yeah, like mentally they're not in the right frame of mind. But the other side of the coin in this particular conversation is that these two players, welcome to Chelsea Football Club. This is what's going to happen. So you need to know how to handle yourself in social media. You need to know how to filter when there's a lot of noise. But at the same time, another argument is these players are young. Yeah, they've got maybe, Caicedo, a bit of Premier League experience, of course. Enzo Fernandez, World Cup champion, of course, but they're still young. I think Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo are both 21, 22 years old. They're still learning. They're still kids. So, look, all things at Chelsea at the moment, I will not believe for a second that they're all rosy. There is a lot of tension. These players, not just Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, but there are many more, they will not appreciate being their credibility being diminished week by week with constant losses, constant bad performances that's been displayed by Chelsea Football Club. They will not tolerate this very soon. These players soon will go up to their agent and say, look, I need to leave. Enzo Fernandez would have endured almost 2 seasons of poor performances. Caicedo will endure 1 season. You carry this on for another season, I'm telling you, some of the best players in our squad will want to leave. And you can't do anything about it. Maybe you can hold them as hostage, the owners. Maybe you can send them out on a loan, much like what we did with Romelu Lukaku. But this is not a pleasant situation. This is why I keep harping on about we just need to go through a process of trial and error. If Pochettino is not the right guy to get the best out of this team, find the next guy. And keep flipping until you get lucky, because that's what it comes down to for us right now. The way we are structured, the way we have done our spine from top to bottom, owners to board members, they're all mediocre people. All of them. None of them are winners. Some fans say to me, oh, but Miz, how can you say the owners are not ambitious to win? Well, if you're ambitious to win, why have you hired Poch? What has he won? If you're ambitious to win, why have you got Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart? What have they won? If you're ambitious to win, why have you got kids? What have kids ever won? So the way we are structured, we're not going to get a manager by design, by education, to get the best out of this squad. We're just going to have to keep flipping and flopping, and hope and pray that we end up getting, finally, by luck, a particular manager that suits this squad. It's going to have to be the Spurs situation. They fell into Ange Postecoglou. Ange Postecoglou was their 5th choice manager. They had a lot of other options before Ange. That's what's going to happen to us. Because right now, no one's thinking clearly at our football club. Every single individual at our football club is damn mediocre. So yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to this particular match against Wolves. Wolves are a very, very tough team, man. Very tough team. I know they had a hard time against Man United, but they almost came back in that particular match. making it 3-3 right at the end. And they've got some robust players, man. They've got some absolute robust players. Excuse me. Players like Pedro Neto, players like Matheus Cunha, players like many more. They never give up. Like the Wolves team, for some reason, man, like they've just got this never say die attitude. After being 3-1 down against Man United, they romped back 3-3. I know they lost right at the end 4-3 to a special goal from Kobe Manu, but it's a tough team, man. This is a tough team, and they're going to come to Stamford Bridge to try and get 4 points. They've beaten us already earlier this season, 2-1. We got a consolation goal that day from Nkunku. And I guess Nkunku will have to feature. Let's get into my team lineup, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm going to do. Let me know your thoughts. I'm not doing a predictive lineup here. I'm doing a lineup that I want to go with. So I could care less what Mauricio Pochettino does, because I'm pretty sure the lineup that I'm going to have, he's probably not going to do that. But I'm going with Petrovic, obviously, in goalkeeping position. I really don't care whether Robert Sanchez is back or not. Petrovic is Chelsea number one, undoubtedly. In the left-back position, it's a conundrum. Well, I think Levi Colwill is not available. He's still injured, and I don't like him being a left-back. The only left-back that we can really rely on is actually Chilwell. But in all honesty, I don't even like Chilwell, man. I don't even like Chilwell, but he's the captain of the football club. He's going to play. But you know what? This is my team. I'm going to play with Malo Gusto. Because, right now I can't trust. I think Malo Gusto will provide good defensive attributes as opposed to Ben Chilwell. I'm scared. I'm scared with Ben Chilwell. I know he's club captain, but he can be benched, which means I'm going to continue on with DEACTIVATE. As I said, this is my team, so screw anyone else. I'm going to go in the middle. Buddy Shield, there is no other option. This guy has been poor, but what can we do? This guy, we're just going to have to hope that he comes good for us. He's been horrendous. There's no two ways about it. Thiago Silva. A lot of our players have been horrendous. In the middle, I'm going with Enzo Fernandez. I hope the brother... I'm scared, man. I'm scared for both Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. I get the feeling soon these players, they will potentially down tools. I think soon they'll just say, do you know what? As long as this manager is around, we don't want to do anything. We don't want to associate with this manager. I'm just worried about these two, where their mental state is. As I said, the fact that they've deleted social media, obviously something is circulating around their head, undoubtedly. In the middle, I'm going to play with Chukwuemeka. I think he needs to play. He's shown coming off the bench against Liverpool, he was very, very good. I'm playing Carney Chukwuemeka through the middle, just behind Nkunku. I think Nkunku is the only one who's actually able to score goals up front for us. And I think he can definitely interchange with Chukwuemeka. He can interchange with whoever's on the wings as well. He can have a free role. But he's our most lethal weapon. The worrying factor is hopefully Nkunku doesn't get injured. That's the biggest worrying factor. On the right side, I'm playing with Cole Palmer. And on the left side, it's really a toss-up between Sterling and Nicholas Jackson. I do like Nicholas Jackson in the wide areas. I think he does well. And I think someone like Nicholas Jackson could potentially link up nicely with Chukwuemeka and Christopher Nkunku. So I might go with Nicholas Jackson on this one and give Sterling a bit of a break. Sterling himself has been pathetic, if I'm being absolutely honest. So Sterling's my guy, but at the end of the day, he's been pathetic as well. The bottom line is we've just been pathetic as an entire unit, if I'm being absolutely honest. So this is my team, ladies and gentlemen. Petrovic, Malo Gusto, Buddy Shield, Thiago Silva, DEACTIVATE, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Cole Palmer, Chukwuemeka, Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku. I don't trust Ben Chilwell. at the moment. He can come off the bench and show us what he can do. He was absolutely crazy against Liverpool. One man wrecking ball, just destroying us single-handedly. So I'm going to go with this team. 4-2-3-1 formation. My captain is going to be, as I said, as you can see, I don't have Gallagher in the team. And I don't have Ben Chilwell. So my captain in this instance, obviously, it could be between Thiago Silva and perhaps Enzo Fernandez. There's no Levi Colwill as well. So whoop-de-doo, going to have to give the captaincy to someone who can't speak English. And apparently that's the criteria. You're going to be able to speak English to be captain of Chelsea Football Club. I'm going with Enzo Fernandez as the captain. And this is my team, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts in regards to this team, what you think. Would you change anything? Would you keep it as it is? What's your score prediction? I'm going with, I don't know, man. I don't feel confident. Honestly, I don't feel confident. I'm going with perhaps a 2-2. There's been a lot of goals that's been happening this weekend. I just get the feeling maybe that theme will continue. Perhaps 2-2, and that's not going to be good enough for us. It's a mid-table clash between 10th versus 11th. Wolves have everything to play for as well. You'd think we have everything to play for too, but let's see. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. I shall see you guys for the watch along 1.5 hours before the kickoff, and we will have a members call-in just before the kickoff, 30-40 minutes before the kickoff. So make sure, members, you guys are there. Until next time, everyone, take care. See ya.